Come on, let me get it for you. Hold on, y'all, 1 second. Welcome to the pipeline. Welcome to the pipeline, people. Y'all should, man, if y'all see me right now with all these devices around me, y'all be like, what the hell do she got going on? And I stay working. I stay working. I got these phones, the laptop. Now I'm on the tablet. My whole setup is full of electronics right now. So bear with me. Welcome to the pipeline, people. Welcome. Where we got more audio than visuals. I know y'all like where I've been at, where I've been at. Yeah, I've been enjoying life. I really, really had some stuff going on that I really had to take care of. You know, with the kids. You know, summertime is about it's the end of the summer. They getting ready for school. I had personal stuff going on. So now I'm back. And then at the same time, yo, I have to take vacations. I take vacations more than probably most people know in their life. And it's really a blessing that I'm able to take a vacation like every 2 months. Because how much work and hard work I put in, I really need a vacation. Dealing with life, dealing with tragedies. You know, we raising these kids. Shout out to y'all. Salute to the parents out here, even the step parents and aunts and uncles and great people who just stepped up to help raise other people's children. You consider them like your own. Shout out to y'all. So I've been MIA handling business. So what I do want to talk to y'all since I'm back off of vacay. I do got some news. I really don't want to put it out there yet, but I'm give y'all some more details. But I do have some good news concerning Boog the Bandit's headstone. The goal is not far from reachable, right? I think it's $2,000 shy. I want to say between 2,000 and 2,200 shy of the initial goal, y'all. So shout out to y'all. Shout out to the people who have reached out to Miss Wanda, who reached out to Khalid. The goal is almost reached. It's almost reached. So look forward to that because I got some things going on. I'm not gonna talk to y'all yet until I get closure on this, but her headstone is pretty much picked out, and that's all I'm gonna say on that. As far as right now, just out of respect, I don't want to put too much out there without pretty much closing up the last little details before I could really talk to y'all about that. Shout out to the Bruce family. Shout out to Miss Wanda. Y'all go hit her up on Facebook under Wanda Bruce. Go ahead, comment, DM her. Any donations, get in touch with her and see what y'all can do to contribute to the headstone so we can have her headstone, Boog's headstone by her birthday. Don't forget to go to change.org. Fill the petition out. Please fill the petition out so Bud can get her own day and street name in the city of Columbus. So shout out to y'all for making that happen. But what I wanted to talk to y'all today about, as I sit back all the time, cause y'all know I don't do this. I don't do the internet for real. I don't. I have to stay in touch with my pipeline, but when it comes to staying in tune with really what be going on, I really don't know if it's not really worldwide events, current events, political events. That's what I'm tied to. But when it comes to our industry and these rappers and what's going on with the women, certain things I can, give my attention to, and certain things I can't give my attention to because it's draining, right? I mean, since this whole epidemic thing kicked in, it's just been tragedy and trauma and loss and grief, and I don't want to keep attaching to that. I don't. As much as we can't run from it, we can't run from it. It's life. It's gonna happen. People are gonna come. People are gonna go. But what I want to talk to y'all about is the gram, right? Social media. I'm starting to really, really think social media could be the biggest curse or it could be the biggest gain. So when I see a lot of these people, and what made me put the ring on the thumbnail when you see it is shiny, right? It's shiny. So we see, I think a lot of people are just going overboard for the gram. I don't understand, why do you want to put so much of your personal business or so much of your prized possessions on the internet? I mean, I don't know if it's a business move that people call themselves doing, like, oh, well, it's about business. It's about business. But then in the process, the things that you posting is causing people their lives. Can you say we have to be more careful on what we post on these social media sites? Or is it the mindset of the people saying, like, you just hating on us, y'all haters, let me shine and let me live? Because it seemed like the more popular that people are becoming due to views and due to likes, a lot of people are losing their lives due to the things that they are posting. Now, we already know about the internet beef. We know about the internet beef, the back and forth on social media. My thing is this: when did we ever get to a time where you let people know you coming for them? I never understood that. Like most things people do in the dark, they keep it under wraps. They don't really talk about it. They just show action. Where is this generation come where they put everything on the internet and then claim they got all these ops and people hating on them? How? When you was putting everything on social media for the world to come and see. You flashing all this money, all these jewels and all these diamonds. People, we is in the era of people is starving. These people is starving. When them PPP loans and all that unemployment money came, man, that's the most money some people ever seen in their whole life. That was a lot of money to a lot of people who ain't never seen no money or had no money, 10, 20, 30, 40,000. So they blow through the bag, and now everybody is it. Not everybody, because I'm not going to say that. But now it's like everybody is in this race to keep catching this bag or getting this money that they had, and now it's all gone. Because when you look at it, it really don't make too much sense to really put you dropping your locations, you dropping the cars that you driving. Especially if you is a rapper or you a person that has a lot of enemies or a lot of beef. Because honestly, you ain't even gotta have a lot of beef for people to come at you. You don't. You don't have to have ops because people making all these ops up. The ops is after me. A lot of people don't got all these ops. You're making yourself too accessible by trying to be seen. For what? For what? So I don't want to never come off across like as if, you don't want to be happy for somebody's success. You most definitely want to be happy for their success, and you want to support people while they on their journeys, finding a path to success. That's a beautiful thing. But then when you put in the demonic energy right? You put in demonic energy with the demonic music, with the op music, and it's talking about gunplay and running in people's houses and stuff. What outcomes are you think is going to happen? And it's sad that we are losing so many successful kids under the age of 30, men and women, tragically, tragically doing it for the gram. Can we say they doing it for the gram, or can we say that is a strategic business moves that they making? Because it seemed like the more flashier, and I'm gonna be honest, I know some people that is really getting to it. But you go to their social media and they don't even have 15 likes, 20 likes, and they really living this way in real life. But then you got the smoke and mirror type of characters, right? And they getting all the clout, they getting all the wrong attention in all the wrong ways by trying to be seen. But what else can you do when these platforms are created for you to grow your brands? So how do you move to be in a situation where you just not in harm's way at all? How do you make that happen? And that's what I want y'all to comment about. Because things have to start changing in some form. I mean, I don't know should if people should just post certain things and don't post the cars or what. So I'm gonna talk about a few people that I seen while I was on vacation. I want to talk about um what's his name? Lil Duval. Shout out to Lil Duval. Lil Duval. He does a lot of things for the gram. A lot of things for the gram. Now we know that he's a comedian. We know his brand. We know what social media is to the brand, right? So as I was watching Lil Duval on his four-wheeler in the Bahamas, he get hit by a vehicle and end up having to be life flighted. Now I don't know the update on Lil Duval progress, but y'all keep him in y'all prayers. But why he is in that being airlifted? He on Instagram, or his team is on Instagram. Why he's being airlifted in the hospital? But I just didn't understand that. I just did not understand that. I mean, of course, send your prayers out and all that, but was that a bit much, y'all? Was that too much to put on Instagram after the accident and then be airlifted? Like, I mean, obviously, it wasn't a serious. Well, I think his arm or leg was broke. I don't know what other serious injuries, but wherever he got hit at in the Bahamas, the hospital was a little bit far away, so that's why he had to get airlifted, I guess. But if you're looking at what he posted on Instagram, you would have thought it was more serious injuries to him than that. Like, my thing is, if I'm in a situation, right? I'm in a situation. I got hit. I done got hit by a car. I'm getting airlifted. Who would want to be recording that to put it on the gram? Who would want to be recording that? I don't understand the mindset of the people. To each his own. Don't never call me a hater, because I ain't never that. Second incident I seen with Quando Rondo. Quando Rondo, for y'all who don't know, he's an NBA YoungBoy affiliate, and he's attached to the Little Tim situation. Allegedly, the guy who did the hit on King Von. Allegedly, so all of this is tied. Well, it's not no allegedly. Little Tim is accused of the murder. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, while I'm on vacation, I see a post come across my phone say, is through the YouTube, to YouTube algorithm. Y'all, hold on. I got my words twisted up. But as I see it come across my phone, I see Quando Rondo post, um, I'm fighting for my life, F lean or whatever. Like, if you fighting for your life, how much is you fighting for your life? And then post on the gram, I'm fighting for my life. I just don't, certain stuff I don't understand. And we cannot say this is a young thing or old thing, because look at Lil Duval, he posted when he was being life lighted. Quando Rondo is a young guy. He posted fighting for my life. Oh, how much is you fighting for your life to post it on Instagram? What's y'all? I'm trying not to laugh. I'm trying. But if this ain't the most dumbest shit ever, it gotta be. R.I.P. Jada Youngin. Now, I wasn't familiar with Young Jay. I was not familiar with him until about 4 or 5 days ago. He came across the phone with some music. I don't know if he got some beef going on or what. But I've been seeing his name for like a week. This was even prior, before his death. Rest in peace to that young man. But as I sat back and I watched today, what different people reported on him and whatnot. I think he was 24 years old. And now, he was with his father when the incident happened and whatnot. But now it's like more details coming out about his dad, and they don't know if the dad was the intended target allegedly or him. I mean, it's a sad situation. So I really can't speak too much on the kid because I don't know too much about him. I just found out about him, like I said, a few days ago. And then finding out that he passed away due to multiple gunshot wounds, right? So here's my thing. Once again, I seen the video, seen the blue Corvette parked outside his mom's house on the main street. Once again, what sense does that make? You an expensive Corvette on the main street, parked outside your mom's house, and you got all these ops allegedly. 420, what's up, 420? What's going on, baby? And it's like, my thing is like, first of all, with these rappers like Honeycomb Brazy with his grandparents and stuff, these rappers is getting all this money. First of all, why wouldn't you move your parents and grandparents out the hood? His mom house sat on the main street. The car was more, no disrespect, no disrespect. Because I'll never want to seem like I'm disrespect. I don't disrespect the dead. I respect the dead. I'm not into none of that. But I'm a realist and I speak on reality. I don't speak for what the people want to hear. I'm not for that. I'm bringing reality to the pipeline. The car was worth more than the house. Why would you leave your car outside your mom's house knowing that you got all these ops and all these people know your location? What sense does that make? I wouldn't even want to park the Corvette right there. I wouldn't even, my stuff would have been in storage somewhere in somebody's garage. This is my mama's house. I've never seen so many rappers and so many people, not just rappers, disrespect their parents and grandparents by doing the most disrespectful acts and bringing it straight to their doorstep. And then they put their parents and grandparents' addresses on paperwork, like the internet can't find where they at and all that. It makes no sense. Where is the protection for your parents and your kids and your grandparents? This is the part. This is the part we all work hard for. We all work hard to get our parents up out the neighborhood. We all work hard to get our kids in better homes and better schools and better education. That's the point in making it out. To change the environments, not just for you and your family, but the people you love. Put them in better situations. These rappers got all this money and all these millions, and is letting they people that they love, who helped their career move the way they moving, and probably also invested financially in their careers to get them to where they at. And you can't go buy your mama a house. You can't go buy your people, your people no kind of land and move them about the neighborhood into another city, because we already know a lot of our favorite rappers are being assassinated in their own communities, in their own cities. Some of them barely make it out. Some of them do make it out. Look at all these boys. Look at everybody got all these millions. Guess where they sitting at? In the joint. Let's talk about Rest in peace. Rest in peace to the kid. Rest in peace to him. Let's talk about another thing I want to talk about that I've been seeing while I was on vacation. Birdman and his brother, baby Gangster Williams. Now we know BG from BG from the Hot Boys, right? Cash Money. Because I always be getting Cash Money and No Limit mixed up. Y'all know they're from the same parts or whatever. It's a lot of them, right? So, BG was named after Gangster, which is Birdman's, I guess, brother on his father's side, right? So we see Gangster come out, right? Now, keep in mind, Gangster had life plus 20 years. He was never supposed to come home. Game over for him. Everybody thought it was a wrap. Well, he ended up snitching on a bunch of dead people, or some dead people pulled these murders off or whatever to get his time reduced. So half of the world feel like he's a snitch, he's a rat, we ain't rocking with him. Then the other half is like, well, he told a bunch of dead people, what difference does it make? This is my whole I'm trying to wrap my head around it because he went down for putting in all this work. He got a hell of a reputation. Everybody know who Gangster is. He come from under Birdman. He put a lot of work in Louisiana. Guess had a couple bodies or whatever. He went down as a legend for doing all the wrong shit, right? All the wrong shit, right? Don't knock nobody hustle. I ain't knocking what nobody do. It's a product of your environment. Gangster was a product of his environment, like a lot of us are. And we still try to make ways and find other avenues to change our predicaments, right? He go to jail and get out, and nobody is messing with him behind him telling on a whole bunch of people that's dead. So what I don't understand is, regardless of how it went, if I've been loyal to y'all, we family, I done did the time, it's dead people, it was 20 years ago, 15 years ago, why not come home and still have a conversation with me one-on-one to say, hey, we rocking with you or we ain't rocking with you. So he say Slim held me down. He said the whole time he was locked up, Slim kept money on his books. Birdman kept money on, but when he come home, him and his brother is at total odds. Everybody is against him because they feel like he ratted. So is this a case of when keeping it real goes wrong? Because I'm gonna be honest, nobody want to sit in penitentiary for the rest of their life. This is why snitching is at an all-time high. People is not built for jail. They not built for jail. They not built for these penitentiary numbers and these football numbers. We see how they fold under pressure. We see how Takashi came home, told on everybody, and haven't been touched since he told on everybody. When does keeping it real goes wrong, and is it doing it for the gram? Is it cap or is it strategic business moves? Because however which way you looking at it, however which way you try to cipher it, it's coming with a lot of losses. It's causing people to go out in ways and at a young age. I mean, and I'm gonna be honest, we can't put an age on this. We can't put a color on this. But people is really selling their souls for the gram. Like we say, we sell your soul for the industry. Oh, they just sold their soul for the industry. They just sold their soul. It's looking like to me, people is selling their soul for the gram and social media to a whole bunch of strangers who care nothing about them. Nothing about them. Honestly, look at all the people that is gone or locked up. Not saying people don't love them and they ain't got family that don't care, but we talking about the crop. Excuse me, y'all. We talking about the crowd that you're catering to by putting your information on Instagram. You're putting your whereabouts, your location, all your vehicles, all your cars. You get jammed up and go to jail, and then we hear stuff like what we hearing on the media. Rest in peace, such and such. Y'all, I'm so tired of saying rest in peace and condolences. I think the whole world is feeling like, when is enough enough? When is enough enough? Keeping it real is going wrong. You trying to be real and you being loyal and you being solid to people who don't care nothing about nothing you got going on, and they not even gonna support it. I'm not saying people ain't gonna support it, but y'all know what I'm saying. It's attracting all the wrong attention. And then keep in mind, the feds is always watching. Scamming and corruption is at an all-time high. Look what we got going on with our politicians. Brittany Garner still over there in Russia. They holding her as a prisoner of warfare. They is holding her. It ain't got nothing to do with them cartridges. They is holding her behind. They want to exchange for an American prisoner. This girl is really a prisoner of war. A prisoner of war. This is a United States citizen, a professional WNBA player, tied up, right? Y'all know she played basketball in Russia because everybody's like, well, why she go over there in Russia with them cartridges and stuff like that? She get paid more money over there playing in the sports league over there in Russia. But turn out the prescription she had came from her doctor. It wasn't like she just went into your local puff and shop store and went and got a whole bunch of THC cartridges and went across the airport. That's not how that happened. She had a full prescription wrote out from her doctor. They go over there. She's a casualty of war. They holding her based off. We want this prisoner. If y'all don't give us what we want, we not gonna let her go. How unfair is that? Can y'all imagine? Just first of all, just imagine being in another country while war going on. First of all, right? Second of all, being incarcerated in a third world country. Can you imagine those living conditions over there that this lady is going through? Imagine those living conditions. Imagine what she is being, how she is being treated and tormented over there in the third world country. Y'all know they despise the United States. The world is at an all-time high with scamming and corruption. On top of that, you dealing with people that's around you that don't know they left or they right. Not saying everybody do and everybody don't, but we talking about the mentality of the people. The mentality of the people. Man, I went on vacation. Like I told you, I've been going place without no phone. Yo, I have been having a very, very good time in life. Disconnecting from the internet. Disconnecting from social media. Disconnecting from gossip and news sites. You got to disconnect and you got to unplug. Because what they fill in your mind with and what we see and keep coming across these screens and these phones and these TVs is doing something to the mentality. And it don't seem like people can comprehend that. But they steady want to keep doing it for the gram, capping for the gram, and it ain't going too well. It's not going too well. We losing too many people in rapid numbers doing it for the gram. And I'm just like this. Is it a business move or is it cap? Is it cap? Because if it's not bringing you no kind of potential or no kind of financial gain or a networking benefit to work with other people on the gram, what is you doing it for? Because that's what it is. It's a networking tool. It's a networking tool. But people is using it for all the wrong ways because they want everybody to see I'm shining. I want everybody to know I'm shining, I'm riding good, so they can come straight for you. Did y'all see what they did to the pastor in New York? The pastor had a reputation of identity theft. Y'all know that New York pastor came a long line from scamming. I'm not gonna say he ain't changed his life. I'm not putting that out there. Not putting that out there. But did you see how the three masked gunmen came in while he was live streaming? Which I hate to say, it seemed a little bit set up-ish. I'm be honest. How coincidental is that? And then they steal $1 million worth of jewelry from him and his wife and put the Thule in his 8-month-old baby face. I don't know. I don't want to sound too cliche, but it's too. It's kind of fishy. And they ran the pastor background and said he came from he did some penitentiary time from scamming and stealing people identities or whatever. So don't run and say like, oh, you hating on the pastor. He changed his life. I hope he did. I hope he did. But He was flexing on the gram with that Louis Vuitton coats and them drop top Maseratis and them Rolls Royces and Gucci head to toe and Louis head to toe. A few days later, here they come. How coincident? Now we hear this in these white churches. We hear this in white churches. Not saying black churches don't got their own little stuff that they got going on, that they hiding underneath these cloths, right? Because some of these churches and pastors and congregations busting hell wide open, worse than what we is. They gonna have a seat at that. Let me leave that alone. Let me leave that alone. But what I'm saying is, the live streaming, three goons come in there, go straight for him, didn't rob nobody else in the church. The deacon sitting up there, nobody else got robbed. And why do you got on $1 million worth of jewelry on a Tuesday Bible study night? I don't understand it. I don't. Stop giving everybody y'all money. Stop giving everybody y'all money. Some of these people that's hiding up under these spiritual cloths ain't no better than me and you. And they probably doing more demonic things than us. Truth be told, where is all these mega churches when all these tragedies is going on? Where is all these mega churches when these families need funeral costs paid for and these kids need school uniforms? Where is these mega churches at when these power outages going out and our food went bad in our refrigerator because we had a power outage and we can't get no help? Everybody don't get food stamps. Everybody don't got Section 8. Everybody can't live that life where it just give it to them, or you got kids and you got that support. Everybody don't got that kind of help. It's a lot of us out here fending on our own. We got to get it out the mud. Like y'all said, we getting it out the mud, get it out the mud. We got to grind. We got to work, and we got to work hard. Some people got to work 2-3 jobs to support their families and household because they have no assistance. Their family's not there to help. Most of these families you can't call to feed your kid. These people barely want to watch your kids. Man, hit the like button for me if you in here. Man, most of these family members don't even want to watch your kids for 2-3 hours without charging you $20, $30, $40. And you got to bring food. True, you going to feed your kids, but I'm just saying, where is all this love at? This love, I love you cuz I love you. I love you. Where? Where? So we got to get to a point where we got to start thinking smart and being logical, going with your gut feeling and your intuition. Stop going off of what sound good and look good and these people is causing you to crash out. I see a lot of people crashing out for nothing. For nothing. Crashing out just to be crashing. All these people is carrying all these guns and ain't got no money. What's the point of carrying a pistol? You ain't got no money, but you're going to go get some money to rob somebody to catch a case to go to jail broke. So the whole time you still ain't eating. Man, I don't understand it. I don't. So many people got guns and they got a pot to piss in the window to throw it out of, but they strapped. They on the ground with the tooling. Ain't got a pot to piss in to throw it out of. Broke. What you doing? Grinding? You ain't grinding. You about to go straight to jail. You about to go. As soon as you turn this corner, I see you crashing. So I try to stop people from crashing. Baby, don't do that. It's another way. It is another way. But how can you find another way in a world full of turmoil and chaos with no kind of support? No kind of support. Where do that button, where does that click on that inside where you say, I want better, I want more? Because we know it's more easier said than done. Anything can sound good coming off the tongue, but if you're not following up with actions, and really trying to change the life that you live in, you're going to keep getting them same results. And what we going to do, we going to keep sitting on the ground. Nah, not him. He out of there too? No, not her. He out of there too. I have so many people. Sometimes, y'all, I'm going to be honest. Sometimes I hate that I know so many people. I know so many people around the world and in so many different places that I have worked with and people that have known through business and through these conferences I do and through all these intervention programs and these addiction programs with these women and these teen adolescents that I deal with, the pain that I endure. Because sometimes I gotta carry this with these people sometimes because I have to work with them, so I have to guide them through it and apply certain things into their lives that requires change. So sometimes a lot of them problems come home with me. I had to learn how to leave a lot of stuff at the door, which is crazy to say because people say you gotta leave it at the door. Leave it right there. Let people be where they be. But if you got a good heart and you serve a higher power, certain things you going to step and assist and help people with. God will send you to help people, just like people will be sent to help you and guide you. It goes both ways. Sometimes, just say for instance, you can have a person on your mind for like 2-3 days. Why? You don't know. You'll be like, why I keep thinking about this person? Let me call them and reach out to them just to check, and then you would check on them, and then you find out something crazy happened, or they had an accident or something. Like, you'd be like, man, it was crazy. I was just thinking about them like 2-3 days, or I just saw them 2-3 days ago. So when I say keep your eyes open, keep applying pressure, we got to, because who do we got to do it for us? We can't focus on what these politicians telling us and what's going on. You really got to do your own research. You got to start picking up books. You got to start getting on the internet and educating yourself and finding the truth and trying to tell people the truth. Because there's too many lies floating around out here. People think it's cool to keep toting all these pistols. These women think it's cool to be selling their bodies and keep getting all these fake asses and all this fake work done on because they too busy living or trying to keep up with an image that they seeing on the ground, because they lacking a certain type of love within themselves. Because if you love yourself, ain't nothing wrong with tweaking yourself. Ain't nothing wrong with getting your hair changed and doing all that stuff. It's nothing wrong with it. But be very secure and confident with who you are. Because once you learn to love who you are, man, you ain't worried about what you seeing on Instagram. You not worried about your neighbors and them having a 2022 and you in a 2010. I mean, a 2000, yeah, 2010. You not worried about that because you know what your purpose is. With these economic times we in is not the time to be living all above. I mean, this ain't the time to be flashy and all that. If you ain't got 1,000 in the bank, 500 in the bank, what is you doing? What are you doing? Keeping up to go broke. You broke keeping up, trying to stay broke to show people that you ain't living broke, but in reality you broke and you ain't even got $300 in your bank account. But you got a 2022 sitting outside and your kids ain't even up to par. Your kids don't even know how to count to 25 at the age of 5. These kids still in pull-ups and everything at 4, 5 years old. It's sad. Start paying attention to your household. Stay the hell off the ground with the unnecessary shit. We tired of losing too many people. If you gonna do business, stand on business. Promote your business the legitimate way. Don't do it where they gonna come for you. What's the point? If people know you and they see your history, they see a timeline on your page, why do you gotta keep proving to people that you living good for a whole bunch of people that ain't gonna give you $5 when you run out of gas? I mean, you can't call these people if you get stranded. You can't call these people you get a flat tire. What is you doing? Your way ain't working. We ain't got all the answers. We most definitely don't. But what we can do is educate ourselves. What we can do is build a team of networking with individuals that share common interests as yourself. When I unplug from the internet world, I have the best times of my life. I do. When I jump on social media and have to jump on YouTube and report the news and all this stuff that I do with my channel, I only do it for my pipeline to report the news. That's the only time I'm plugged into the internet. And that's the only time. As far as the kids, I let them live with the social media. I let them live. But they also know what we ain't doing and what we is doing. Keep in touch with your family. Everybody, a lot of older people and stuff, they don't, everybody ain't into the phones. Everybody don't want to have to stay in touch with you through Facebook and all that. But it's the most popular way through communication. It seems like people rather hit you up through social media and through the internet versus picking up the phone and calling you. People will get on Facebook and say, Tom, where you at? I'm at the store. That did not require for you to go on. That didn't require for you to go on Facebook to tell me where to meet you at. You could have texted me. You could have texted me, sis. You could have texted me, little bro. Why do you want to go on Facebook or Instagram and let people know where we at or meet you at? It don't make sense. Why is it the common place for communication? Because people don't want to talk face to face no more. People don't even want to talk on the phone. You could be in a group setting at a family event and everybody is on their phones. Interacting is like almost obsolete now. Interacting. The most interaction people have is with their significant others or with their kids. And it's sad. It's really sad. Because in this world, we are put here to create. To create, right? So even if we create life, bringing kids into the world, that's creating, right? Music, arts, whatever it is creating masterpieces. We are creations. So if you shut down your networking and your interacting skills among humankind, human beings, social experiences, you are closing the door on your mental cap and your mental abilities by isolating your gifts and your creative talents. You have to interact with people. Man, get off these goddamn phones and you at the dinner table with your damn kids and you with your family and you don't want to talk to your family. You ain't seen them in months. But when you get around them, you want to be on social media around your family. Get out the habit. Unplug sometimes. It is okay to unplug. Too much. It is just too much. So that's what I wanted to talk about on my vacation is doing it for the gram. Is it cap or is it strategic business moves? Y'all let me know what y'all think. Leave a comment for me. Please give me your thoughts on this. When keeping it real goes wrong, being too real for the gram is not turning out too well. Shout out to the pipeline, y'all. It feels good to be back. Y'all know me. Y'all like, when you gonna come right back? I don't know. I'm not even gonna put a date or a time on it. But I tell you what, we got some good things going on. Some good plans going on with Boog the Bandit's headstone, y'all. We got some stuff going on. I'm supposed to be going out there to meet some people and Miss Wanda. So look forward to that. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Email me pipelinenews2020@gmail.com, y'all. Pipelinenews2020@gmail.com. Man, leave me your comments. Doing it for the cap, or is it a business move? Till next time, y'all. Stay on y'all grind. I'm out of here.